People think they know what strength looks like. They imagine a stone face, perfect posture, and silence that never breaks. But one ordinary day, in front of hundreds of watching eyes, strength showed up in a way no one expected, and it touched hearts far beyond the palace gates. What happened that day wasn't loud or dramatic. There were no headlines waiting for it. Yet one small moment of kindness changed the way everyone there remembered that place forever. Before the story begins, take a moment to support Royal Guard Heart Stories. If stories of humanity, respect, and kindness move you, please subscribe, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support helps us bring more meaningful stories like this to life. It was a bright afternoon, the kind of day tourists dream of when they visit the United Kingdom. Families stood behind barriers, phones raised, children perched on their parents' shoulders, all waiting to see the royal guards. The guards stood tall and unmoving, symbols of tradition, discipline, and duty. Most people believed they were untouchable, unreachable, and emotionally distant. Among the crowd was an elderly American woman visiting from Ohio. She had waited her whole life to see the palace in person. Her husband had passed away the year before, and this trip was something they had planned together. She held onto the railing tightly, smiling through watery eyes as she watched the guards. As the minutes passed, the crowd shifted. People pushed forward for a better view. In the movement, the woman lost her balance. Her shoe slipped, and she fell hard onto the pavement. Gasps filled the air. Some people froze. Others didn't know what to do. One royal guard noticed immediately. Against everything people thought they knew about the guards, he stepped forward. His movement was calm, controlled, but urgent. He knelt beside the woman, placing himself between her and the crowd to protect her space. His voice was low and steady as he asked if she was okay. The woman was shaken, embarrassed, and in pain. Tears rolled down her cheeks as she whispered about her husband, about how he was supposed to be there with her. The guard listened. Truly listened. For a moment, the uniform didn't matter. Rank didn't matter. What mattered was the human being in front of him. That he helped her sit up, signaled discreetly for assistance, and stayed by her side until help arrived. Before stepping back into position, he gently placed her fallen shoe back on her foot and gave her a small nod of reassurance. No smile. No grand gesture. Just pure kindness. The crowd was silent. People who had come to take photos lowered their phones. Parents hugged their children a little tighter. Several Americans in the crowd wiped away tears. They hadn't expected to witness something so real, so human, in a place known for strict rules and tradition. Later, the woman shared her story online. She said that in one of her loneliest moments, a stranger in uniform reminded her that she wasn't alone. She said she would never forget how safe she felt in that moment, how respected she felt, and how her trip, meant to honor her late husband, ended with a memory of compassion instead of pain. That story spread across the United States. People commented that it restored their faith in humanity. Veterans, teachers, nurses, and everyday workers said it reminded them why kindness matters. Parents shared it with their kids, saying, "This is what real strength looks like." The royal guard returned to his post, silent and still, as if nothing had happened. But something had changed. Not in the rules. Not in the uniform. In the hearts of everyone who saw it. Kindness doesn't always shout. Sometimes it kneels quietly beside someone who's hurting, and that's the lesson that traveled across oceans that day. No matter who you are, where you come from, or what uniform you wear, a single kind act can become someone else's unforgettable memory. As you go about your day, remember this story. Look for the small moments where you can help, listen, or stand beside someone who needs it. Because kindness, once given, never truly fades. It lives on in stories, in hearts, and in the quiet hope that tomorrow can be better, one gesture at a time.